How you doing, man?
Good, man. How you doing? I'm kind of falling asleep playing the Walking Dead video game.
Nice. All right, man. Anarchy Radio. We got Jimmy Littlefield of the band Agnozia. Am I saying that right?
Yes, sir. It's Agnozia.
Agnozia. Here I am just slaughtering it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, what's
Everybody calls it something different. It's Agnozia, Agnozia. It's always something different.
Well, as long as they're listening, man.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
Yeah. So, dude, I got a million questions for you, man. Spotlight on local music. Agnozia out of Happy Valley, Portland area. Is that right, man? Or
That's Portland, but it's funny how these little new technical devices these days, they know exactly where you are when you're setting up your pages, so I decided to put Happy Valley on there because that's where I live.
Agnozia out of 1122 Boogie Avenue.
Boogie. Get Boogie. Exactly. This guy's a rocker. He's not boogieing.
Right. Yeah, so tell me about Agnozia, dude. When were they founded, and what's up?
Well, it was a project I started after my old band Caputa from a while ago, and I was doing it because I was down in California, and I was doing it for a guy named Dan Clements, who was out of an old school band called Excel that I was obsessed with. I don't know if people remember them from back in the late 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
And then he had some problems, and then we put it on the back burner, and then I kept kind of messing around, and we went and recorded some demos. And I went up to hang out with Mike Wilton from Queensryche, and I played it for him, and he about just shit himself, like, oh my God, this is great. You got to do something with this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool, let's do something. I want you to help me. So he started to help me, and then he recorded some solo stuff, and then me and my brother I did the drums and all the other stuff on the demos, and then it took like another year or two to finally round up the band because we couldn't find anybody who wanted to commit and do it, and so finally we got the band together. We got Kevin out of Tacoma who does a lot of outshined like Soundgarden tribute bands and shit up there and everything, and he brought a unique style to the music. Instead of just having like regular heavy vocals, I wanted somebody with a little bit of soul like him, you know what I mean? And so we just rounded up a lineup with him, and Mike's going back to Queensryche again because they got a new singer and all this good hubbub stuff. So we kind of got another guitar player guy stepping in named Tony, who's an MIT guy. He's an amazing guy, and he's going to be doing the shows for a little while until Mike's ready to come back and stuff, you know. So
nice name dropping there at the Queensryche, dude.
Yeah, wow.
Well, he's a big part of it. He got me to deal with Sony, and now we sold a bunch of songs to Sony, and the Universal Publishing deal we got with Agnozia right now, and I'm not really supposed to say too much, but we got we signed like a 6-month exclusive with MLB and ESPN, and a few things coming up, and we're trying to get on Madden up next year as our main goal, and a couple of soundtracks because there's no money in selling albums anymore. You know? So now it's whoring yourself out for commercials. We're whoring ourselves out to the Food Channel, to everything. That's the new thing I want to. We're starting to do to get money for the band so we can actually get on the road and stuff. You know what I mean?
The Food Channel. Try the Agnozia burrito.
Right, I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's, you pretty soon you guys will be Anarchy Radio, and that'll be something you have to pay me for. So.
Hey, listen, we are not above pimping ourselves out. If 7-Eleven wants to give me a free refill. It'll be Anarchy Radio brought to you by 7-Eleven.
Let me tell you something, Jimmy. Right now, we are cheap whores. I'm just throwing it out there.
You guys work for bacon, right?
Right. We will work. We will work for bacon.
Bacon, boobs, and dirty
undies. Occupying baking, aren't you? You're occupying the bacon.
Right. Hey, Jimmy, tell me about your influences, dude. I mean, when you were a wee lad growing up, there, what floated your boat?
Oh dear, my dad is all to blame for this with his reel-to-reel machine. That shows how old I am. But he always had like Steppenwolf and the Guess Who and Black Sabbath on there, and then he had some Neil Diamond and then Fleetwood Mac on my mom, and then all of a sudden my older brother Danny with the Iron Maidens and the Judas Priests, and then I kind of slipped in this world of Venoms and Slayers and Merciful Fates, the Meshuggahs, and it all just went. It wasn't really anybody specifically or anything. It's just a big melting pot of everything you can imagine, from old classic rock to punk rock to extreme metal to just regular rock, and that's what Agnozia is about. It's like a melting pot of all the styles of music. If you listen to it, you'll hear everything in there. from Rush to Napalm Death to Black Flag. You know what I mean? It's just variety is the spice of life with me. I'm not one of those guys who like, oh, I like everything. It's nothing like that.
Right.
I like shit that's good. You know, so heavy on the side, rock. You know, of course.
Right.
Stuff like that. And growing up, you know, I was in a band called Body Bag. I don't know if anybody remembers that back from the old days. We were on Relapse Records for a while, and
nice.
We were an extreme grindcore death metal band. And then I went from that to a band called 90 Proof, who we used to do a lot of shows with, like G.G. Allen, the Dwarves, and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
and then I had a band called Caputa that I sang for that's still kind of fresh out there. You can find some good stuff out there. And now I'm doing a Slayer tribute band called Live Undead. I'm playing drums for it with Craig Montoya of Everclear, Brandon Cook, and Mark Trees of the Northwest Iron Maiden band. So.
Fuck yeah, dude, right on.
This guy's dropping names all over the place.
I know, dude. Oh, we can't drop any names.
The only name we could drop is Joseph Bacon from Occupy
Bacon, right?
Nice.
Right.
Nice. I could keep dropping more. I mean, I could tell you who I talked to tonight. If you want me to just keep dropping, I can do it.
Drop them, dude. Drop the bombs, baby.
Well, one of my best friends who lives here in town is Guy Sykes. And you guys know who Guy Sykes is? He's Mr. Pantera, go-go guy, you know. He's Dimebag Darrell's old personal assistant, Vinny's guy.
Yeah.
He does, you know, Godsmack. He's doing Limp Bizkit now. He's doing Marilyn Manson, all these bands. He called me tonight. We're supposed to have dinner. He wants me to go to Mayhem Festival with him. I turned him down because I'm going to the beach with my family.
Hey, Jimmy, did I ever tell you that I'm your new best friend, dude?
I think we all are.
You know.
Well, you need in the Mayhem Festival up there on Wednesday or Tuesday, whatever it is.
Sure, you know.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way the bald guy's getting to any festival that's called the Man Festival.
Oh, nice. That's
Oh, they got a cruise coming though, the Mayhem Cruise in December with Machine Head. With Machine Head and Gojira on there, another great band, Gojira, and Anthrax, of course, and Lamb of God. If Randy beats this murder charge, you know.
Right, right. I saw that. Hey, tell us.
Already got released. So.
Tell us about the song we're going to listen to here in a minute. Wheels of Destruction, dude.
Oh no, the Wheels of Madness.
Wheels of Madness,
dude.
Good fuck that
you're a horrible host.
Wheels of Destruction.
You're terrible.
You make it sound cheesier than it already is.
I'm sorry, man. Well, I had in my mind Megadeth Symphony of Destruction, dude, and I just totally brain farted at it right out there.
I had Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction in my mind.
It's pretty self-explanatory about what women do to you, you know, and gets your
so it's a love song
and stuff. It's not really. It's a hate song.
Right.
I never really write love songs. It might sound like a ballad. It sounds really pretty, but deep inside, I'm thinking about strangling you. Such stuff. So I love you, honey, but you gotta die.
Double entendres.
Wheels of Madness is just that drunk girlfriend, that drunk stripper that you used to date that you just want to fucking kill, and the wheels in your head are just going and driving you insane, to where you have to keep up with her drinking and doing the drugs and partying and just to keep that lifestyle, just to be able to relate to it. So you end up killing yourself and your soul deep inside, and it's a true story. So,
nice. All right, dude, what I'm going to do here, dude, is I'm going to put you on hold, so don't go anywhere, don't hang up. And we're going to
play The Walking Dead, so I'm sitting here playing on my PlayStation.
Beautiful. And we're gonna play some Agnozia here and rock out, man.
All right, let's hear this.
Killer.
Right on.
Littlefield on Anarchy Radio.
Wheels of Madness, and I got it right that time, man.
Wheels of Bacon.
Yes, Wheels of Bacon, Anarchy Radio. A nice Agnozia, man. Jimmy, damn nice tune, brother.
Dude, this dude's got some pipes on him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know it by looking at Jimmy that he could sing like that. But, dude, you just blow, man. You know?
Dude, that rock, man.
Hey, Kevin's my singer. Kevin Hoffman is my singer.
Dude.
So.
Yeah.
I'm doing the guitars on it. Actually, I did record the drums on that, but we do have a drummer now. So.
Nice.
So when we record the new stuff. But Kevin Hoffman out of Tacoma is, he does, like I said, he does the Outshine Soundgarden tribute band, and he does a Jar of Flies or something like that, Alice in Chains tribute up in Seattle for his practice gig and stuff. So that's why he's got those pipes on there. And when we were recording that track, he was like singing, and then we were like trying to just kept fucking with him with the vocoder thing, you know, the thing that all the what do you call it, Justin Bieber's used.
Auto-tune and shit?
There you go. He kept trying to put it on him, and it wouldn't work because he was so precise.
Right.
You know, he was so good. My engineers looked at me, he's like, dude, it's not working. I said, that's pretty good. So I was like, Kevin's that fucking good. I was like, whatever. I hate him.
Yeah. Yeah, when you first sent me the MP3s of that, Ryan, I started listening to them. I'm like, yeah, pretty good. Good beat, good beat. And when that guy started with the high note, dude, I was like, fuck.
Right.
Nice.
Like I said, a lot of people trip out on it because like the music seems a little heavier, and they're like, "Well, you sure those vocals are going to fit?" And then they kind of listen to it, and it's like, "Wow, man, they actually really do fit."
Right.
Because, like I said, Agnozia is kind of a plethora of everything. It's not just a labeled a genre. I know it's a stereotypical thing that all bands say. We don't sound like anybody, but honest to God, Agnozia does not really sound like anybody. You know, it's like.
Hey, Jimmy, let me ask you, what does Agnozia mean? I mean, does the name have a meaning?
Yeah, it sure does. It's a brain injury that hits. You know, that happens. Sometimes it can just happen, or it can be just a brain injury from an accident or something. And you get agnosia, which means you lose temporary senses. You know, of your senses, like your sights, your smell, your sounds. You lose all temporary senses and everything, and you can't figure out what it is and why it happens. But then it comes back to you, but then it goes away. And it's an agnosia thing, it's a brain thing, and what it does is it's like, it's familiar but not. So when they ask you questions about, you know, they hold up a cigarette lighter and ask you what this is, you're like, I know what that is, but I don't know what it is. Is that a bag of chips? You know?
Right.
And it's a real thing. I mean, you go ahead and punch it up on YouTube and watch all these videos of the people with agnosia.
Right.
It's the craziest, kookiest thing. And that's what I wanted to do with the music, was be like, it's familiar but not kind of thing.
Right.
You know, so, hey, it sounds like Megadeth, but it's not. You know, hey, it might sound like Slayer. That was my whole concept of Agnozia. I know it's kind of stupid and silly and stuff, but it's...
Dude, when I was listening to that, I had flashbacks to, like, kick-ass rock and roll of the 80s.
Right.
Like, I was in high school again.
Yeah.
People were walking around getting high with their Iron Maiden shirts
You
on.
said that. One of our first singers a long time ago, I won't mention his name, he's a dick, but I sent these 3 songs to him, and he's like, dude, he called me, he's like, man, that shit's great. I go, really, you like it? He goes, yeah, it reminds me of like when I first heard Van Halen again, man. You know, it's like, wow. I'm like, okay, cool. You know?
Right.
And he did a bunch of good stuff, but then he ended up ripping us off, so he's a fucking asshole.
So it's cool listening, but he's a fucker.
Right, Mr. Dick. We'll call him, for purposes of the show, we'll call him Mr. Dick.
Give him the pleasure of dropping his name.
Right. Right. You know, I know Agnosia's got to be real, because according to my parents and my wife, I've had that since I was, 2?
There you go. Well, if you ask any woman, she'll say all men have it. So, you know.
Right. Right.
It's like, it's a thing. It's...
Dude, I got to throw this out there right now, dude. I want a fucking T-shirt, dude.
Oh, here he goes.
I want a T-shirt.
I got them. I don't have any big sizes, but I got T-shirts. I'm down to small and medium now.
Damn.
I got another order coming in we're doing the Bubba Fest on July 28th in Banks, Oregon, in this big outdoor thing.
Nice.
For a benefit for music programs at Banks, Oregon. So we're doing a benefit. And that's going to be our first, show